Hello and welcome to everybody. How are you? Dear honorable teachers, viewers, and mentors. Welcome to everybody to my today's tutorial. Today I will discuss from SBT combination with TMT day 4 session 1, that is teaching English to large classes. Okay, let's start. At first, you have to give up a general idea about the topic. The name of the topic is teaching English to a large class. So, what is the problem to teach a large class, and what problems have we faced normally to conduct the class when a large number of students in our classes? Most of the school in our primary level, there are a large number of students, more or less than 60 to 70 students sitting in a room. This is very difficult to conduct the class when a large number of students present. Most of our teachers agree with me that teaching is a small group of students is easier, enjoyable, and less time consuming also. Then teaching a large class is very difficult because in some primary schools, large classes may consist of 50 to 70 or more students. Here we can't ensure everybody's participants. So this is very difficult. Also difficult to teach and assess the students' learning. So here we have to face a major problems, and how can we solve this problem? So this topic is very important. What is the learning outcomes of this session? Identify some of challenges of teaching English to large classes. Describe some ways of dealing with the challenges of teaching English to large classes. So let us start the session. At first activity on one, warm-up activities. Here these activities pick up from our TMT manual. Instruction and gestures. Work in pairs. One gives a gesture, the other says the instruction. Here this is a pair work. Here on teacher gesture, and the other says what says the instruction. Here are also a number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it may be at first number 1, be quiet. Second, look. Third, listen. Fourth, close the book. Fifth, silent. Open the book. 7, open the book. Pair work. 6 open the book, and 7 pair work. It may be pair work. So this is a very enjoyable warm-up activities, and obviously our training teachers will warm up according to these warm-up activities. Okay, then activity 2, identify the challenges of teaching English in a large class. So this is the time to you have to submit the question, or you have to throw the question to our training teachers. What's the problem? What's the challenges to teach in a large class, of teaching a large classes? This is a brainstorming activities, and you have to give them some times, and after some times you have to elicit. They will write down a point in their notebook, and you will have to elicit all the points and collect on the board. So it may be to maintain disciplines, lots of sounds and noise during speaking or cross dealings. Correcting and assessing students' work is also very important. Paying attention to each students or group work or pair work, it is not possible. Dealing with different levels of students that are fast, average and weak learners. Space for each and group work, pair and group work. Remember the name of the students is also a problem. Teacher's voice. Teacher has to short during WCW. Okay, it may be another type of ideas from our students we can elicit, and these are the problems, these are the challenges of teaching large classes. So how can we solve these problems, or how can we overcome the problems? For this reason, we have to show the list or checklist challenges of teaching English to large class. Here is a left side and right side also possible solutions. At first, we have to organize our participants into 4 groups, and then we already find 7 challenges. 7 challenges here we already find. And what is the possible solution of these challenges? So this is a group work, and our participant 10 teachers will do 1 or 2 problems, and what are the possible solutions of that problem. Okay, they will get 10 or 15 minutes to do the work. After doing the works, they will present their group work in a plenary session. Challenges of a large class. Point 1: it is difficult to keep discipline in a class of 50 or more students. For example, some students talk among themselves at the back and not paying attention to the teachers, while the teachers is talking to inform the whole class. This is a problem. This is a major problem. So what's the possible solution of this problem? For escape the problem, we can do what kind of activities, we can take what kind of initiatives. The teachers will make house rule for the students to follow this. Raise your hand when you want to say something, listen to others, respect others' opinion, do not interrupt when someone is speaking. The teacher will monitor at random around the room. He will keep eye contact. This is very much important with the students, not by turns. So the students will not get the chance to misbehave, and the class will remain orderly. Okay, so this is the possible solutions. And then second challenge: other teachers complain about the noise when we do speaking activities or singing or song or rhymes. So what is the problem? This is the problem. What are the solution? Make sure other teachers and your head teacher understand that noise is because students are active workingly. When some students work together, it may occur some noise. Tell them that children need to speak English to learn it. If they learn English, they have to speak. So when they speak, it may be some sounds. Perhaps it is possible to move classroom or move outside for some activities. Okay, this is the solution. And problem challenges of a large class. Number 3: it's hard to control all the students when they are playing a game or doing pair work or group work. Okay, this is also a problem. And what's the solution? Make sure you do pair work often so that the students get used to it. Make a part of a routine. For example, when you can club, get into pair. They get into pair. When you can club, they get into pair. Give clear time limits for pair work activities. Make them shorts. Explain rules of classroom behavior to students so that they understand what is acceptable and what is not. Use gestures or signals to make students quiet or to look at you. For example, children must stop talking when you raise your hand. Move students around from time to time. Students could sit in a different place each turn. Okay, this is the problem and this is the solution. Challenges of large class. Number 4: the students are all different levels. We know already, we have learned there are 3 types of students in our classroom. Some are faster, some are average, and some are weak learners. Some are really good at English. Some have problems. Okay, identify the students who need your help and plan how you help them. They could sit at the front of this class. Put students of different abilities together from time to time so students can help each other. Encourage students to ask for help. Monitor your students so that you can see who is having problems. Okay, and next, I don't know what all of the students are doing in pair work. It's hard to check. Okay, it is not possible to check. And What is the solution of this problem? Perhaps you can move future furniture. Students could use space outdoors. Ask students for suggestions. Establish classroom rules. Make it clear to students when they should be speaking in practicing English. In group work, make one student an English policeman. They have to make sure the students are speaking English. Walk around the room if is it possible? If it is possible, use eye contact, keep activities short, and use time limits. Okay, and here are also a challenge. It hurts to assess all the students. Assess some of the students some of the time. For example, assess 3 different pairs for each speaking activity. Keep notes. In case of control writing, write the answer on the board and ask the students to check their answers themselves, or ask the students to change their exercise book to each other and to check. In case of guided and free writing, check the understand learners, advanced learners writing during monitoring and the rest at interval times. Okay, make sure that you assess each student's each term or over the school year. Okay, so we can get some solutions, also get some problems, and what are the solutions of the problems already we find out. And you have to move on activity 4, developing an English for today lesson plan. That is lesson plan. At first we have to organize our students or participant, group 4, group 5, at least 5 groups, and give them EFT, and group 1 you have to supply a name, red group, blue group, yellow group, and black group, and they will make a lesson plan, but you have to inform them, you have to clarify them that they choose any lesson they like from the given book. Okay, they can get any kind of lesson, and they will make a lesson plan, and for this reason they will get 30 minutes. After 30 minutes they will they present their group work in a plenary session. Okay, in a plenary session, but when they make the lesson plan, here must contain at least one example of a listening and a speaking activities. This is very important. Participants should think about how they are going to correct and assess speaking activities, and about also pronunciation. These are very important. And when they present their group work in a plenary session, here is also some questions. You have to you have to provide the question, and according or based on this question, our participant will remark or comments or suggestion or feedback. Okay, are the learning outcomes included? Is it clear what languages or skills are practiced here? Okay, number B, has classroom language been included? Is it simple enough for students to understand? Does the lesson include opportunities to students to listen to and speak English? Is it listening activities include? Does the teacher introduce the next to the students? What do the students do while they are listening? Is a speaking activities included? Do all students get the opportunity to speak? What support do students get for the activities? Is it clear from the lesson plan? How the teacher will correct and assess students speaking? How will the teacher help students with pronunciation? Look at the learning outcomes again. Do you think the activities and tasks in the lesson help students to meet the learning outcomes? Is it possible to carry out all parts of the lessons with a large class? Do you have any suggestion for ways to improve the lesson plan? So, according to the question, you have to you have to provide feedback or comments for the further development of the lesson plan. So this is every group will present their group work, and our trainee teacher will improve their lesson plan based on this question. Okay, so thank you. No more today. I will meet with you with next tutorial. Bye bye.